Ooh, we locked in today with the Kimber K6S and a little something new. Hang in there. Oh, you saw it back on the pistol range with the Kimber K6S Combat. And I told you something new. Woo! Lock grips. Lock grips. Hey, Lock Grips made a huge splash at the 2023 SHOT Show, folks. I mean, a huge splash. They have been all over now at this point. And I got to tell you, just keep this in mind. They are made to order. Hold on, don't go anywhere. They're made to order. And so much care is put into these things that each grip panel is handled and inspected by hand. Think about that. Made to order and inspected by hand. They're serious about quality. And so far out here on the range, quality is very high. Now these grips are made of G10-like material. G10 is sort of like a layered fiberglass, if you will. One of the things that I really like about these grips, folks, you can see it's safe. The palm swell. The palm swell on these things at the widest point is about 1.3 inches. Look at these things. Man, these things cover up my big old head, my whole face. They're like home. They was made for me. They were made for me. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? My wife even held these things and said, wow, they feel so nice and they're not as aggressive. I knew that was the first thing she was going to pick up on. Now, these grips for the Kimber K6S is of the Veloce texture. They come with a number of different textures. What is it? I think it's bogus. You can even get a combo texture where you get a mixture between the two. You can even get your own, remember, made to order. You can get laser engraving on these things. Oh, maybe it's time for Mr. Revolver Guy Day at the Range logo on one. Ooh, time for me to contact Loke and see what they have to say about that. I'm out here today with this Kimber K6S Combat. You have seen this thing before. We all know that length of barrel helps with velocity. You've seen this old thing. I say old thing, it's relatively new. But you've seen it out here for velocity tests with the 2-inch, 3-inch, and 4-inch barrel. This being the 4-inch. And I got to tell you, this thing has been sitting in the back of the safe because the grips that came on it, very nice, beautiful to look at. Not so great a feel for me. Even though wood, even though nicely textured, just not much grip. And I mean a lot of movement. You see this thing? I'm talking locked in, folks. Yeah, that's right, locked in for lockgrips.com. I'm out here with 3 brands of ammunition to give these things a run. The 3 brands of ammunition is Remington, 125 grainers, Fiocchi, 148 grainers, and also Norma, 158 grainers. We're gonna put quite a few rounds through this thing so I can tell you how it feels, what I think about it. Will the quality hold up? Hey, we all are familiar with G10. We all are. We know they're built for longevity, but will these from Lock Grips hold up? I don't know. But we're gonna take some 148s right now. No, you know what? We're gonna start with the lightest. Remington 125 grainers, put them on target and see how accurate I can be at 6 yards before we start dancing with the devil for the 6, 6, and 6. 6 yards back, 6 seconds on the timer, and 6 shots in the old Kimber K6 Combat. All right, 6 rounds of the Remington 125 grainers. Shoot them double action, see what kind of accuracy we can get. See how these things feel with some hot rounds. Did you guys see the flame from this 4-inch barrel? Whoo! 125 grainer shooting a little low. Oh yeah, right next to it, baby. Man, that is some flame. Here's the deal. Very comfy. Oh man, I tell you what, yes sir, yes sir. Very comfy in the hand, not too aggressive. Man, they fit. Oh, I'm gripping tight though, leaves a little imprint. Man, I think I could do better than that. Let's load up 6 more rounds, see what we can do. All right, we got some Fiocchi, 148 grain jacket at hollow point. I ain't never seen anything like it. You know what, we probably need to take some of those and test it in the jail, but today, we're doing some testing in the old Kimber K6 Combat and lock grips. All right, that's a little better now. Yeah, double action too, double action. Last time was single action with those 125 grainers. Maybe I'm getting to be a little bit soft. Don't you even test me. Cyclops Joe, I don't want to hear no smart comments from you. I ain't getting that soft yet, fellas. The 125 grainers were cooking though. You saw those Remington 125, that flame jumping out, whoo, something nasty. These things are holding up quite well. Hey, when you get a pair of these, they do send you some instructions, and I found it a little bit odd, and I think I'm gonna change it. If Lock Grip sees this, I hope they give me the okay to do what I'm gonna talk about here. So some of the instructions around cleaning it, you'll notice when you get it, man, they're kind of lathered with oil, to be very honest, and that's okay. They tell you in the instructions, wipe it off, then put them back on. The way you clean these things, which I really, really like, should last a lifetime if you ask me. Put a little water, a little toothbrush and soap, and then they say oil them back up with mineral oil, let it sit for a few minutes and then dry it off. It brings the color back. It makes that color pop. This thing is a beautiful black on this stainless. Me, I think, yeah, mineral oil could be okay, but you know what? I think I'm gonna try some Ballistol. Lock grips, tell me what you think. Can I use Ballistol with these things? Will it make and keep this color popping like it is today? Until I know that, I'm gonna keep popping some rounds down range. Let's take what we got here. Oh yeah, we haven't tried the Norma 158 yet in this thing with these grips. Let's try these Normas, then we're gonna dance with the devil. Norma, 158 grain. Oh yeah, baby, I'm liking it. I tell you what, these things, these lock grips, I think they made for the old big fella. If you got some big meat hooks, and by the way, they don't discriminate, as I told you. My wife, much smaller hands. She says she likes the feel. She could get a full purchase, high ride, and I think that's the importance in controlling the recoil overall of that monster of a 357 is getting the high rise. High rise right there, but check it out, check it out. Covers the back strap, covers the back strap. The original wood grips, again, beautiful. Kimber did a great job. Leaves that back strap exposed. I don't know if I just, these hands aren't made for that. They're just not made for that. But I tell you what, I am digging these grips. Oh yeah, forgot to tell you, it does require a 1020 Torx screwdriver bit of some sort, and it has an O-ring in there. Make sure you don't do like me. I dropped that thing in the shop. I saw it fall, didn't know it was in there, was looking all over the place. I found it. There's a rubber O-ring that goes on this screw. squeezes the panel nice and tight. There are 2 pin rods in this thing also that lines them up. Hey, look, folks, it is a beautiful fit inside. Right now, I honestly can't find much of anything wrong with them at this point. Yeah, I know it's honeymoon phase, and you know what happens when you're in the honeymoon phase, you end up apologizing like in that previous video like I had to do to Mr. Bill Wilson for his sights. But Lock Grips, right now, I'm giving you an A+ on quality, on fit, on texture. Can't give you much on longevity. This is the first time we've been out to the range, but you'll see it some more. Let's put some more rounds downrange. All right, Kimber K6S Combat 4-inch barrel and Lock Grips. This time loaded up with some Fiocchi 148 grain 357 Magnums. Hey, by the way, dancing with the devil. We're 6 yards back, 6 shots from this thing with the old Competition Electric Pocket Pro 2 timer. Maybe at some point I should do a review on this thing and show you the functions. I've got plenty of questions about it, which is why I hold it up to you. Takes a 9-volt battery, a lot of different adjustments. We got the par time set at 6 seconds. We're gonna see what we can do. Train wreck, but good fun and training. Here we go. To the torso, from the low, ready. Ooh, come on, Big Daddy. Hey, folks. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. You see it just like I see it. Hey, 2.96 seconds. Everything in the torso, everything on target, mainly in the 10 and 9 ring, except for I got 2 out there in the 7 and 6 ring. 2.96 seconds. Let's go through this thing. First shot, 1.02. Second shot, 1.43 with a 0.41 split. Oh, yeah, I'm digging it. Oh, yeah, 0.38 split, 0.38 split, 0.38 split, 0.39 split. Oh, yeah. One more time. Let's get this one more time. You see what Lock Grips did for me? I think you saw that previous train wreck. It's a lot of fun. It's good training. But I was trying it with those smaller grips. You see what just happened, don't you? Lock Grips. Boy, I got excited there. I can hear you fellas now. I can hear everybody down in the comments talking about, oh, he just made a commercial for Lock Grips. I can't help it, folks. I truly get excited about something I believe in. 2 other things I want to tell you about Lock Grips. Come in various colors as well for the Kimber K6S. And I'll be honest with you. When I saw them for the Kimber K6S, I didn't look at the rest of their portfolio to see what they had out there. I know they make a lot for CZ, a lot for SIG and some others that are out there. I'm not sure, but I think you should get over to lockgrips.com and check them out. The second thing, made right here in the good old US of A, right in Michigan. Right in Michigan. And they're putting people to work right here in the good old US of A. Remember, made to order and hand inspected from a QA perspective. Hand inspected. That means someone's taking a look at these things and making sure this type of quality goes out the door. We're going to dance with the devil one more time. We got 148 grain Fiocchi loaded up in this thing. I'm going to see if I can calm myself down and shrink those splits just a tad bit more. Average was about 3.38, and see if we can come in under that 2.96 seconds like we did the first time. Let's do it. Come on, big fella. Let's do it. From the low, ready. Whew. Oh, whoa. Oh, you checking that out. Let's look at this clock. I don't even know if I want to look at it. It's all center mass, and I'll take that. If I was shooting for score, it wouldn't be as high as the first, But did I shrink the time any? 2.68 seconds. Let's look at these splits. 2.68 seconds. Holy goodness. First shot, I tightened it up. at 0.93. Second shot was a little bit of delay at 0.54, then a split, 0.28, 0.27, 0.33, 0.33. And yeah, that's it, 0.33. So that second shot was a little bit of a delay. I think that's because I had it high and left. I was making sure, gotta always practice, making sure that you know what's beyond your target, making sure that you're on target. I'm tickled to death with that. 2.68. There you go. Lock grips. First trip to the range has survived a dance with the devil. Mr. Revolver Guy, dayattherange.com. I'm going home, folks. Oh man, are you guys seeing that flame on camera? Whew! I think next time you see this thing on the range, one, be much more exciting and pleasurable to shoot, but it'll be with the chronograph and the Remington UMC 125 grainers. I want to know how these things are cooking out of this 4-inch barrel. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. Leave me the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell button so that you're notified when we put out these exciting videos. I promise I'll work on keeping myself calm a little bit more, folks. Thank you for all the support. By the way, we appreciate the comments. Me and the wife, Miss Leo, we try to respond to each and every one of them. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's her. But we try to get back to you folks, and we really thank you for the support. dayattherange.com.